Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Meg, and today I wanted to combine two palettes from one of my absolute favorite brands, and that is Unearthly Cosmetics. And it's two of their more recent ones, and that is the Gargoyle palette and the Spring Magic palette. I just thought these color stories would work really well together. I just think you've got like the dark moodiness from Gargoyle and then a little bit more like lightness from Spring Magic, and I just think that these color stories would just be perfect together. So if you want to see what look I create using both of these, then keep on watching. I think I have my plan in mind. I think we're gonna go for like sort of a cut crease sort of style today. Might draw in like a little bit of liner with one of my like cake liners. And I think I kind of want to do that like extended out like lower lash line as well. So just looking at both the color stories, I definitely want to like pull in some greens, maybe along with like the purples. I don't know, we'll see. And then we'll pick like a magical shimmer or two to go with it. But I think starting off with, actually, I'm going to put on some tape just because I think for the outer corner, I really want it to be a bit more sharp, which you can always achieve just like with being careful with how I apply the shadows, but it just makes life a little bit easier if you use some tape. So just like that. Sometimes I forget I even have this, so. All right, hopefully those are mostly going at the same angle, but whatever. And then we're gonna jump right in with our first shade. I'm gonna use this Gothlow 703 brush, and we're gonna go into Spring Magic and the shade Herbalist, which is this beautiful like kind of forest green. And we're gonna find our mirror. And I'm gonna start just putting that on the outer corner and like pulling it in a little bit. So excited for the newest palette from Unearthly Cosmetics that's coming out. I think it's called Just a Taste. It's like vampire themed, which I love that they're coming out with something like that towards holiday, and it's like past Halloween, but it still has like that sort of spooky sort of vibe. I don't know. I'm so here for it. But I, as I'm sure you can probably tell, couldn't resist, and I have ordered it, and it is already on my way because like luckily they have it like it wasn't a pre-order, it's like in stock. As far as I know, it's currently in stock. And I do not have a code with Unearthly Cosmetics. Gosh, I wish that I could work with them. That would be, I think I would like roll over and die out of joy if something like that happened. But I used Britt Clark's Britches code, but there's lots of amazing creators out there who have codes with them, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And you should also just like follow the brand if you're not already, because, or also like the owner Amanda, her account Hayden Haunts, both on YouTube and like on Instagram, that they're having like sales here and there that just pop up. So if you want to stay on top of that stuff, I highly recommend following them so you can be a part of that. Next, we're going to go in with this shade here from Gargoyle, and that is Grim Morning. And we're going to grab a just blending brush. This is a Morphe R39. We're going to go in and start blending this out. I love that like forest green along with this like more muted sage green. As expected, they work amazingly together. I'm just going to drag this down a bit more. I might even end up pulling that deeper green Herbalist a bit further in. Like we're going to go in and redefine any like depth that we've lost once we have the blend down. But like that just blends like a dream. I'm gonna go right back in with that previous brush and that previous shade. Oh my gosh, these shades were made for each other. It's the fun thing I love about once you have like more, like you can also combine shadows obviously from different brands. You don't have to just stick to like one brand, but it's like I know that this, because they are the same brand, that the formula is gonna like really perform well together, and boy does it. And go back in with a little bit more of that lighter green just to soften that up a bit. Next, we're gonna take some NYX glitter glue. I thought about kind of cleaning it up, but I think the shimmer is just gonna go over nicely. So I'm just gonna take some NYX glitter glue. It's like this no-name flat brush that I got at Dollar Tree, but it was sparkly and rainbow, so I couldn't resist it. We're just gonna put this on. I am gonna try to create a little bit of like the shape with this. Sometimes I'll just like take the glitter glue and like slap it on and slap a shimmer on over top, but we are going for a bit more of a structured shape. Then I'm going to jump in with that same brush and our first shimmer, and I think I'm going to go with Mystic from the Spring Magic palette. It's this gorgeous like pink green shift kind of shade, and I think it'll look really great as our initial color. And we're just going to place that on the outside here. Start to drag that in. And then flipping the brush over, and we're gonna go in, I'm just gonna try to like wipe it a bit. I wanna make sure that there's not like green pigment that's gonna come off. We're gonna jump into Gargoyle and the shade Awaken. Just this beautiful like iridescent like light shimmer with like pinks and gold and all sorts of little sparkly aspects. So I sort of changed my mind a bit on how we're going to do like the liner at the front. Like I think I am going to add some liner, but I don't necessarily feel like I want this to be like structured. So I'm just going to sort of try to blend this really light shimmer just out a little bit. And then I think we'll put like an accent line here, because I'm also going to put I think some liner between what we're going to do on the bottom. All right, so jumping to the bottom, I think I want to like pull in some purple. So I'm going to go into Gargoyle and the Sinister Figure shade, which is probably like one of my favorite mattes in this palette. And pick that up on this. It's just like the ColourPop angle brush. I think they had it like with their like brow combo like forever ago. I don't know if it's still available, but we're gonna start creating the shape. So just going like straight out from the lower lash line, and just drag that out a bit, and then go all along the lash line, like right underneath. Oh, I probably should have tapped off this brush because I can already see a bunch of shadow that I should probably wipe away before it stains anything. And then grabbing this small, it's just like a NYX Cosmetics number 15. It's just like a small fluffy brush. And I'm going to jump into, I think this shade here, Cleanse, that's in the Spring Magic. It's just this nice sort of like neutral taupey kind of shade. And I'm going to use that to just blend this out a bit. I'm going to grab this brush. It's a Sephora Pro Gel Liner Eyeliner brush, but I'm going to use it to try to add a little bit more of that Sinister Figure shade, but I just, the angled brush, like the other one I was using, is just a little too firm and slim. So I just think I need something with like slightly fluffier bristles, but still small and detailed, so I can like get in here and carefully add more pigment. Probably should have gone with like a liner, like one of my Milk Cosmetics gel liners down first, just to avoid any like patchiness. Especially with my lower lash, just these days, like stuff is not laying down no matter what eyeshadow formula I use. Alright, so I did go ahead and I grabbed my Milk Cosmetics gel liner in Nightshade from the first Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours collab, just because I thought that I needed something just to lay down a bit of a base. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of Sinister Figure. And we're just going to lay that right on top. I think it's just adding a little extra definition and just giving a little bit more base right at the lash line and outer corner. Just defines the look a bit better. Alright, that is looking a little bit like, you know, Hot Mess Express, but we're going to roll with it. I am going to just take my finger and I'm going to take this gorgeous like light green shimmer here from Gargoyle, Eerie Echoes, and I'm just going to plop this on my inner corner. Like so. Going in with some cake liner now. It is the shade Cool Mint from Givenchy Beauty from their Retro Liner collection. Well, I say collection, like that's just like what their cake liners are. It's the retro liners. Just briefly close the eyeshadow palette so I don't get water everywhere. And I'm just getting it nice and mixed up. And this is just like a no-name like detail liner brush. And I'm going to place a line just right here. Sloppily, apparently. There was just maybe a little too much water. And then we're also going to place liner going along here and going out this way. Like so. That's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to go repeat this, like the details I don't have on this side yet, and just finish the look, and we'll come back and I will show you it all finished. Be right back. Here she is, the finished look, and I am so happy with how this turned out. I was kind of unmotivated before going into this look. I really wanted to create something, but I just was not sure what to do, and I just didn't want it to be like too simple, but I didn't know if I had the energy for anything too complicated. And I am just so happy with how it turned out. Like just something as simple as like creating a little bit of extra dimension, like with like the shape in the outer corner with like sort of the two wing and the liner. Like it wasn't really that hard of a thing to do. And like I really highly encourage you to try stuff like that because it is not complicated, especially the more you practice it. And it can really like add an extra level of like fun and edge to a look. I love how this turned out. Makeup details, really it's just not too much extra. On the lips, I went in with from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Destroy Satin Liquid Lip from the Devour collection. I don't think that this is available anymore because it was like limited edition with the collection. Like the palette's still around, but I don't think all the other pieces from the collection are still available. But it was this perfect like kind of like grayish green that I just needed for this look. And then the Ione half lashes in Foxy that I use for pretty much every gosh darn look I do. But yeah, that's it. Oh, and the earrings, I recently got these from Temu, my little like sandworm earrings. Go with my sandworm shirt that I'm wearing. I just am feeling the Beetlejuice vibes. I'm always here for a Beetlejuice vibes look. And yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, stick around for more of this madness. If you're not already, check me out on my other socials, Spooky Mama Glam on Instagram and TikTok. And like I said, I did order that newest palette from Unearthly, the Just a Taste palette. So if you're interested in seeing a look on that, I may even already have that up by the time this goes up, just because I ordered it, it literally got shipped within 24 hours and it's saying it should be here in a few days. So I might already have that posted. So if I do, hopefully the look was good. But if it's not posted yet, it's coming soon. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.